Morning, guys. So we got the gas tank neck welded in. Give it a little spray paint to stop from rusting. A little heat going. Say what up, Vin. So what's up? All right, we're gonna start going back to the fueling. We're gonna do the new lightning hoses, some fueling. What else do I gotta do? We're gonna get some initial timing going. Once the gas tank is in, I gotta run inside to grab keys, but I do have it all up in the air. That wheel's frozen, the other wheel spins, rear wheel spins, so gonna need some brake work. I'm gonna be removing those rusty lines there, which connect right to a rubber hose, which somebody very ghettoly zipped up, so I'm gonna clean all of that up. And take a closer look under here. I have a floor pan for the driver's side. From what I'm looking at, the passenger side's gonna need some too. Frame, however, is in good shape. I might box it out. You know, the good stuff. Go over U-joints, whatnot. Correct his diff open, maybe change out the oil. I'm looking for a 410 or 373 posi, because let's face it, this ain't gonna cut it. This tire was rubbing on something, it looked like. I might have to notch out part of that frame. But at the end of the day, this is gonna be a full-blown drag car, so I don't care. Cut out the spare tire well, patch that bad boy up. Floor pan's good. Not a lot of rust here. Got a little bit of weight reduction there on that rear bumper. Rest of it seems okay. A little more weight reduction there on the doors, but that's nothing crazy. Fenders. Give it an old kickaroo. Seems good. Rear quarter. Gonna act like I didn't see that. Same deal here, but this is what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sand down this, little spot welds, which it looks like somebody already tried to do. This one isn't in bad of shape. These are going bye-bye, so I don't care about that much, but give it the old foot. Not so bad. Little patch panel. And yeah, all the chrome's going away. And it's gonna get murdered out. But she's on her way, guys. I'm hoping it's got the TH400 with the the BM shifter. Gotta make sure all that's in good condition. I do have magic starter sticks, which are the keys. I'm gonna pop the trunk. I don't remember if I was in there yet. Yeah, fellers and fellettes. So a guy went ahead and did the right thing. And he ran the steel braided line from the mechanical pump up, around, and to the pressure regulator now. This is gonna give me the reading I need. I'm running, like I said, 6 pounds. Got a cute little filter in there. This is gonna run to a T-fitting. And this is where it gets cool. The T-fitting is gonna run this rubber hose to that guy right there. This little nut is gonna come out, and that's where my pressure gauge is gonna go, so I know where to adjust that. And I'm using this side as opposed to the way I had it prior. And look what a guy did. He even added a choke cable to it. Drilled in the dash. I put a nice little choke cable so that way, you know, I had a functional choke. Now this is gonna wrap around and come back to the other side. I know I said I was going to do some other things, percolator hoses and whatnot, but I got jammed up here on this whole situation. So now, both of my fuel bowls will be full. So say you want to take a corner and all the fuel sloshes over to one side of the carburetor, I'm not going to be leaned out. I make a hard right, all the fuel goes left, I'm leaned out on the right side jets. Same thing goes for the left side jets. So now I got fuel pumping into both sides at the pressure I want with some fuel laters in there. I also went ahead and blew some compressed air backwards through the fuel pump lines just to make sure they were clear. I didn't have anybody at the other end to make sure air was coming out, but I didn't feel excessive pressure coming at me, so I'm going to go ahead and assume that's okay. Another thing I'm going to have to do is still drop the sending unit in. I have it up there. It's all cleaned up and ready to go. However, lost train of thought again. Because these are Vortec heads, they don't have the drill hole in for it. For the bypass of the water pump, these old school blocks have a bypass that runs into the head. So I'm going to have to pull a thermostat, and I'm going to drill about 3 or 4 little holes in it, so that way water keeps going. Because if you don't do that, you cause cavitation, and just idling, you'll overheat. So that's going to pop off. Thank God I didn't use, any silicone or nothing. It was a brand new gasket. It should come off beautifully in one piece. Then I'm going to start running, my temp gauges and stuff too. But right now, from under the hood, fueling is done, except for hooking up the other 2 little hoses from the fuel pump. I have a brand new fuel pump, but this one seems to be all right. If I have an issue, it's 2 bolts, I'll swap it out, no big deal. And that's where I stand for you 2 guys that are watching me. And fellette. One lady may be watching. Alright, well, let me finish putting in my gauge, tighten up 2 more hose clamps. And everything is nice. Ooh, and maybe even once I'm done with that, I can finally put my air filter on. Or maybe not, since I'm doing lightning hoses. So it might be better to leave it off for now. Okie dokes. Alright, well, there you go. Fuel pressure regulator, rated fuel line, T-fitting to my crossover with my fuel pressure regulator. And then the T-fitting from there runs to there to feed that guy, while the other one runs up and around to the other side of the cars. Fuel system under the hood is done. We also put the sending unit in with the new O-ring and locking ring. So I'm gonna run out and grab some more fuel line, get that popped in, because underneath the car it's not too hot. I don't want to run garbage through a brand new tank and fuck up my new filter. So she's looking like a race car a little bit. Shiny stuff.